Hey y'all, welcome to Porch Therapy. I'm Maisha.
Tasha C.
So we missing two people today, and that's okay. Everybody's busy. We got lives, we got stuff going on. But y'all get me and Tasha today because she's obsessed with me.
Here you go.
As you already know. So we don't have no topics today. We just pretty much going off the dome. We love that for y'all because now I get to see how me and Tasha interact with each other.
Since she thinks I'm so obsessed.
She is. But however, today, so there are things that bother me. Like, do you have pet peeves? I have so many pet peeves. And I seen one today on the way here. That's why I'm bringing it up. So I was driving down here. And you know how it's summertime or springtime, they want to call it, the kids are outside and they playing. Mm-hmm. And they just be in the street and they don't move. Get the fuck out the street.
Oh, baby, because I get real close and then I blow the horn.
He looked at me and I looked at him and I was like, who's gonna go? Bitch, me, I have a car. Get out the fucking street.
No, for all
I hate that shit.
Get out of my way before I get hit. Then I blow it back up.
I hate that shit bothers my soul. Like, and they be looking like it's your fault.
Yeah. Or it don't even be just the kids. Sometimes it just be random people just walking across the street in the middle of the street like they can't get hit. You could become a roadblock. I mean, a speed bump.
People do that shit in parking lots too, and that is irritating as fuck to me. Please do not be walking your cart in the middle of the little aisle, whatever you want to call it. You go to the side.
Yeah.
Why are you walking right in the middle of where I need to drive? That is so irritating to me. I've never understood it. And they be mad. I hate it. That's a pet peeve of mine. But I'm sorry, I had to bring it up because that little boy really made me mad because he was looking at me like I was the cause of his destruction. Because I'm driving down the street in my vehicle, and you have on no shoes and a too small t-shirt. Pissing me off. Like, damn, that made me so fucking bad. But yes, that irritates me. So please, just tell y'all kids to get out the street. Tell y'all adults just to get out the street. We have a sidewalk. We didn't have a sidewalk. Y'all be mad as hell that we don't have one. But we have several.
Even if you don't have a sidewalk, get far over to the side where you know you can't be hit. Shit, walk in the grass. What?
Some people don't like that though. If you have a sign, it's like, don't walk in my grass.
Why don't you get a sidewalk?
I don't care that much.
My pet peeve, well, one of them. It's when people chew. When they chew and their mouth don't be closed. I know some people weren't taught to chew with their mouth closed, but that burns my soul.
That be kids.
It be adults too.
It be adults too, but I be at work and them kids be like,
I be ready to just take my hand and be like, wow, right in the throat. I'm telling you.
That's so me. That's so me.
Listen, it drives me crazy. It does. You better not.
I'm showing my mouth.
You better not. Y'all about to be seeing her braids run around her neck.
You know what my other pet peeve is? So, have you ever gone to, and maybe this is just me, but have you ever gone to, a fancier restaurant and they got everything you need? That, your dessert fork, your salad fork, your entree fork.
Oh, yeah.
And people don't know what fork to use? That bothers the shit out of me.
Wow, some people don't know etiquette.
And they don't, and it bothers me because why didn't nobody teach you?
I mean, some people was raised in the hood. You don't get that etiquette.
You don't, and I just be sitting there. We was somewhere, I don't remember who we were, but they had the bread knife in the front because they had your bread plate right there, and then they had your entree fork, your salad fork, your main fork, and they had your spoon, your knife, and And I'm just sitting there ready to go. This girl was like, why we got so many damn forks? And I was just so irritated. I was so irritated.
I would have been like, yeah, well, her.
Man, I was so annoyed. And even when you go to Olive Garden, they give you 2 forks.
Yeah.
And people be like, why we got 2 forks? I be like,
that's what I just use 1 fork. At this point, I don't care.
Or when people don't know, when you go to a buffet and they come and take your plates, you turn your fork upside down so they know you're done eating. People don't know that.
told you, a lot of people.
And I be sitting there and I be like, why you turn your fork like that? You're not done eating. But I'm done with this plate. So the silverware is abundant. Like I don't need this one fork to continue the rest of my buffet. I just need, that really bothers me. It really bothers me when I ain't gonna say but like when I go out and I see people like not knowing basic place settings. Or like they like set a table, he be like, well, I just put a fork and a spoon down.
Some people don't know the right side of which side of the table you put the cup on either. So
no, they don't. I have no idea. So, or why there are so many plates. You have a bread plate, salad plate,
and an
entree plate.
A lot of people don't know that. And you know what? Some people that really don't know that. Some people have never been to a fancy place either.
I learned that in preschool.
That has that type of etiquette. But I'm just saying a lot of people don't know though. A lot of people aren't taught that.
We had Miss Tanya had us with a place setting, and it had a plate, a littler plate, but it like we were kids, so there was no need for the little plate. She just had us color the whole plate. Mm-hmm. So the plate, and then she had the knife and stuff. And the first one, it was time for us to sit down and eat. And mind you, we're like 3 and 4. When it's time for us to sit down and eat, we would put our plate right there. Because the daycare that I went to, or preschool that I went to, they did a family-style lunch. So that you could learn how to serve yourself and pour your own milk and stuff like that.
Oh, that's nice.
And so that's why I was like, that's not something that I learned as an adult. Like, I learned that as a kid. Granted, my education with it continued as an adult because I started going to like dinner dances and I started going to fancier dinners and doing more things or whatever. But I learned that there. Mm-hmm. And so I'd be confused when people be like, well, why are you doing that? Or like the napkin going on your lap.
Yeah. But a lot of people don't know that you're not supposed to put your elbows on the table or wear hats at the table either.
No, they don't. I have no idea. They be sure. Or inside a building.
Yeah.
I hate people wear hats inside a building.
They do it. And some people
all the
don't.
time. It's okay if you like at a house. But if we go somewhere, take your fucking hat off. Unless they tell you hats are allowed.
But I learned most of that in the military because I didn't know some of it either. I didn't know some of I knew like the plate setting etiquette, but I didn't know, to take your hats off and stuff because in the military you have to take your hat off when you enter a building.
I know that.
Yeah, you have to.
I think that's the thing, and it makes me feel, and I don't want to say it like this because it sounds bad, but I take for granted those things that I learned because those are like, in my mind, it's like common sense. Mm-hmm. But then I also realize that common sense is not so common for everybody, so I can't say that.
Right.
But like, a place setting to me is knowing that a napkin goes on my lap when I'm out in public or when I'm eating, or knowing that this is my water cup and not my beverage cup, or knowing that this is knowing what a bread knife is, like, or a butter knife. Maybe like, well, why you got, and why I feel like, I feel like that makes me sound super like privileged, but I feel like it's not. I feel like that's just what I was taught. So I feel like it doesn't make me like bougie. It's just what I was taught, and so now I do it. Now I do be drinking my pinky beer. I don't know why, but I do it all the time, and it's not because I'm a rich old lady at a tea party. But sometimes when I drink, my pinky just be up, and it's not an intention. I don't know why it does that.
Have you ever thought about teaching an etiquette class?
I'm not that great at it. Like, I teach you some basics.
Sometimes it just takes the basics.
You know what it does. I've never thought about teaching anybody that's
why you're teaching them to teach them how to chew with their mouth closed. That's a basic habit.
I do. I do that in my class. I'll be like, hey, look, Miss Ranger don't want to hear that.
Ooh.
I do not really
I think it's because, listen, I'm in the medical field, and I give big kudos to anybody that's in respiratory, because, baby, those respiratory secretions makes me, I can't, because, the trach suctions and all that, baby, that's
some stuff literally like genuinely disgusts me. Like my boss, she can't do blood, and kids bleed all the time. Like they scraping their knee, they losing teeth, and she be like, oh no, and I be like, oh my god, your tooth. Like it doesn't bother me now. But I can't say
could take poop any day over mucus and phlegm and all that other stuff. Anything that comes out of your
I
respiratory
can't.
system, I cannot.
I can't.
Give me an open wound. I don't care.
One day, one of them kids had diarrhea, and I thought I was gonna die. I was like, no! Like anything but like give me anything but this. Throw up on me, count on me, bleed on me. Like, but do not get your shits away from me. I don't like fecal matter. Like that is one of the and that's probably why I have 3-year-olds, because I can't. Even baby poop, I be like, oh my God, like why would you poop? But like I get it, everybody does it. I just can't do it. And it's I don't know what we feed in these people's kids, but some of these baby poop smell like a grown adult's poop. Like what crawled inside you and died? Because you shouldn't be this big and your butt smell like it's this big.
That's because some of the kids don't get fed the proper nutrients, like green vegetables or fruits and stuff like that. Their digestive system is just Takis, chicken nuggets, French fries, and honey buns.
We have a couple of kids who so our menu changes every day. They get something different every day. Like it's a rotation it's a 5-week rotation. So 1 week they'll have this and next week they'll have this, but the rotation will eventually start over at some point. And you would be surprised about some of the stuff kids have never had or what they won't eat because they've never tried it. Mm-hmm. And so I asked this one girl, I'm like, well, she don't really, I told her mom, I'm like, well, she don't really eat lunch. Like she'll eat the fruit and she'll eat the dessert and she'll drink her milk, but like she won't really eat the entree or the sides. And she was like, well, we have a problem with her eating at home, so I mostly give her like chicken nuggets or like fish sticks and I'm just like.
And what about some of these kids either constipated or they smell like
grown they can tell you now, Marsha wasn't going. Either you ate what she cooked or you didn't eat.
Yes.
That wasn't.
That's the difference between kids nowadays.
I'm not about to make you 3 or 4 or 5 different meals. You gonna eat it or you not gonna eat it.
Right.
And if I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat it.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of weird because I still eat some stuff like a little kid.
I still eat kids all the time.
So listen, this is the weirdest. Everybody tell me it's the weirdest shit ever. I eat cut up hot dogs and applesauce.
Like mixed in?
Yes.
What type of pregnancy shit you got going on?
Hey, listen, I was eating before I had pregnancies. But
you know what? I can't say that. So my boss is of Caucasian descent, and she makes a mayonnaise, peanut butter, and pickle sandwich. And baby, I thought that shit. I'm like, I've never eaten that. That's so fucking nasty. I ate one bite, was like, this is so fire. Like it's like a sweet and salty type of combo, baby. And then I don't know what it is. It sounds so nasty.
It does.
But when I say I was like, are you making one today or no?
And I can't eat bananas, so.
But no, it's probably pickle.
Oh, you said pickle. Ew, I don't like pickles on no sandwich. I eat pickles by itself, but I'm not on the sandwich.
Y'all think on the sandwich I eat pickle on?
That's ugh.
I'm not a pickle person.
Oh, see, I can eat pickles outside anything, but not on.
I'm not a pickle person. Like, I'll eat a what's it called, Vlasic?
Mm-hmm.
Vlasic?
Mm-hmm. With the little duck.
Yeah, I'll eat the little duck pickle, but I'm like, that's only if like it's offered to me.
Okay.
Or like I really have to be craving something of that nature. But she just get the little butter pickles.
Okay. I can't do pickles on a sandwich. But they the weirdest thing. I eat a lot of weird shit. Like I know you have to like applesauce and eggs.
You gotta thank for applesauce.
Listen, you should have seen when I was pregnant.
But I like
applesauce.
Everything. I love applesauce.
And me too. I do applesauce and graham crackers. It has to be
the
cinnamon graham crackers though.
Yeah, honey don't be hitting. Honey graham crackers don't hit. And I feel the same way about Teddy Graham. I eat Teddy Graham still.
Me too with
Teddy
applesauce.
Graham, go.
Listen, applesauce is my thing with certain stuff. That's why people think I'm weird.
I eat my French fries with mayonnaise.
I like mine with tartar sauce. But I can still eat them by myself. I like mine with tartar sauce or the Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A.
Oh my goodness, I love a good Polynesian. So, call me weird, but I love going to Chick-fil-A and getting a spicy chicken sandwich with no pickle, American cheese, and I add mayonnaise and Chick-fil-A sauce. Like, that's my jam. Like, and I order it just like when I go to Roosters. You heard my Roosters order. I need 10 wings, fried hard, extra wet, medium garlic. Like, like 2 wrenches on the side. Like, that's what I need. It's gonna hit every time. Like, that's what I want. And if I'm not hungry, I need 5 wings fried hard extra wet. The extra don't change.
Oh, man, because
they never change. They never change. And I need that. But like that sandwich, and I thought it was so. I'm like, I'm not eating that shit.
Yeah.
She like eat it, but it's mayonnaise, peanut, and I'm not a peanut butter person.
I love peanut butter.
I really don't like peanut butter. Like I eat a little Nutella, what's it called, Biscoff, the Biscoff cookie. I eat that little cookie butter or whatever. But like, I'm not craving a peanut butter jelly sandwich. But I will eat an Uncrustable.
Them must slap.
I
ever tried them in the toaster?
No, that's the thing.
Baby, listen. Try it in the toaster. I ain't start eating it like that till I start working at the hospital. But try it in the toaster because it makes the outside so crispy and everything. Baby, try it. I
have tried a fried peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Try that.
So she put it on like a, she made it like a grilled cheese. Mm-hmm. She like buttered the side, the bread, and then she put the peanut butter on there on the other side. Mm-hmm. Put the banana, and then she put it on the stove.
That's how Kayla likes those kind of. She likes the grilled peanut butter jelly sandwiches. She do it from time to time, but she don't do it all the time.
But I also love a good grilled cheese.
Kayla, baby, I will wake her up out of her sleep. Like if I want one, Kayla, can you please go fix me one? She's like, Mom, you know, but you make the best ones.
What's she putting?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Her and her daddy make fire grilled cheese.
I don't even use butter on my bread when I make grilled cheese. I use mayonnaise.
I don't ask her.
It sit better, and that sounds so weird because I made a grilled cheese.
No, because a lot of people do that.
And they're like, why are you putting mayonnaise on there? I'm like, because it's better.
It fries better.
It fries better.
Yeah.
It gets nice and crispy and golden brown. And I need a specific kind of bread. I'm just not out here using white bread on my fucking grilled cheese. I need some sourdough bread. I am very specific on what I need when it comes to a certain thing. If I don't, like, certain things just don't hit if they're not made the way I need them to be made.
We do turkey sandwiches with brioche bread. Yes.
I do French toast with brioche bread. Mm-hmm. Or like, what's it called? Petridge Farm, they cinnamon swirl bread. That's what I use for my French toast.
I'm trying it.
It's a good time.
So listen, this is kind of off subject. So, because we were talking about Chick-fil-A. So, when I go to any place that asks for a name, I always give my daughter's name. I don't know why, because every time I spell my name, they pronounce it wrong.
Oh, I don't know what's me.
So, speaking of the pronunciations of names, I'm sorry, but this is gonna probably piss off a couple people. Excuse me, but the names nowadays of these kids.
Some of them be stressful. I feel like the phonics pronunciation doesn't always go the way it's supposed to go.
Phonics, we're about to spell it.
And that goes with my name. My name is just Maisha, but everybody be like Misha. Like they can't.
That's how my name, my phone.
Siri. That's a serious bitch. I really fuck with her like that. She be like Misha's iPhone. Like who the fuck is that?
Mm-hmm.
Who is that? But like it. No one has ever. And I don't feel like my name is that hard. But like growing up, I used to get so irritated. Like that's not my name. My name is not that. And so I get it when you call a kid's name and it's something outlandish, and you be like, I get it because people have been pronounced my name wrong my entire life. But eventually, I'm gonna get you that. Like I ordered roosters the other day. Mm-hmm. My 10 wings fried hard extra wet with beef and garlic and 2 rings on the side.
You passed it over.
Yeah. So I ordered it, and I said Maisha on the phone. And when I went to go pick up the order, she like, I don't have a Maisha, I got a Maya. What?
Yeah, they tend to do that.
And because I used to work at the call center, when I hear somebody's name and they need me to spell it back, I spell it back phonetically. I'll be like, your name is N as in napkin,
yeah.
B as in boy, D as in dog, C as in cat. Like I make sure, because I need to know what you said, because B and B sound alike.
Yeah. T and when you say T on the phone, I think it's P.
Yes, there are certain letters on the phone that sound like other letters, like B and D, for example, or D and V, or B and V. All of those sound like P and T, and I'd be like, what? Like, what are you saying? Like, and so like or they say C, and I don't hear that, but it sounds like an S in her name. So I need you to clarify, like,
yeah.
Or when I have to call someone, they're like, can I have your first and last name? And I give it to them, like Maisha, they're like, M is in Mary, I is in Igloo, E is in Elephant, S is in Sam, H is in Harry, A is in Apple.
I do that with my last name because they always spell my last name wrong.
I've gotten so like it sounds just like that. Can you spell M is in Mary, I is in Igloo, E is in Elephant, S is in Sam? Like,
I get that. So yours, I get, but it's the ones I'm talking about that freaking you spell them like. Have you ever seen that one TikTok or the teacher named Mr. Dallas?
Yes,
and he has the one, the kids that be making up the weird names because that's how they come nowadays. Like Wash and Dryer was the twins and all the other stuff, but they made up fake names, but the way that they will spell.
It's exactly like that. Yes.
And or the kids that you have like the special characters in. When you put your name on an application online, they're not going to take the special character. So
no, they don't.
What do you do then? When
my name has a special character.
My middle name has a special character.
And so when I'm doing an official, and that's why it's so hard for me to get my birth certificate. So I need my birth certificate so I can go get the new federal ID or whatever. But they don't recognize that special character is there. So they be like, well, your name doesn't match your birth certificate. Well, that's not my fault. I would tell y'all. The special, it'd be like, we don't accept special character. And the little red box come up. Special character is not allowed. And I'd be like, what am I supposed to do? Because now I can't get my documents.
Yeah. Because some people got dashes, some people got dollar signs. Like,
no diss to my mom. Because she didn't name me. But no diss to the people that named me. It's not a dig. But like a special character is hard to put on federal documents because I can't.
It's hard to put on anything.
And so I drop it. But like if I'm doing something, like if I'm signing a paper, and that speaking of that, kids don't write in cursive no more, and that bothers me.
Because they took it out.
How are you about to make a signature?
So listen, speaking of that, this is what I did. To some people who don't know, or some upcoming parents that if you guys watch this, the Dollar Tree. I went to the Dollar Tree, if they still have them, they had cursive writing books. Or even if you got a printer at home, print it out.
There are free printables out there that will let you do that.
I've got her a cursive writing book. She was in maybe the 4th or 5th grade. My daughter taught herself how to write in cursive because I bought that for her. Now my son, we're in the process of trying to teach him because, baby, how you gonna have, reason why I did it is because I took my little sister to the store one day and they like signed her name. I looked over, her name was in print. She said she know how to sign her name. Mind you, now my sister's like 24, 25, my little sister. And she still can't sign her name.
So they don't teach it.
And it's crazy because how do you take cursive out of school if you expect them to sign a document? If they're printing, baby, anybody can forge that.
And I learned that too. So my uncle taught me, one, you never sign anything in black ink. Every document that I have is signed, that I have to sign, I sign in blue ink. Because one, if the analyst has to go look at that, they can tell you signed in blue or black ink.
Yeah, because it's different.
They can tell. And anybody can forge your shit in black ink.
But yeah, so now we're in the process of having my daughter teach my son how to write in cursive. I will teach him, but it's harder because I'm left-handed, my kids are right-handed. So I couldn't teach my kids a lot of stuff. Yeah, so I couldn't teach them a lot of stuff because, again, I'm totally opposite from them. And I was going to be at the point where I was going to have my daughter teach my sister, but my sister's like, I'm too old. No, you're not. Like, you can learn from a little kid. We learn from kids. We learn from different ages every day.
Every day.
But
there's no way that you expect me to sign a document and it's not in cursive. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's insane to me. Like, what are you doing? Like, even if, and don't get me wrong, there are people's signatures, you'd be like, damn, did you even write anything on there? And I get why, because they don't know cursive.
Yes.
And so when I do my people like, oh, you have good cursive. This is basic 4th grade information for me. Like, and then, but I do like that while I learned cursive in school, they gave me the option. You can write in print or you can write in cursive. And because I got to choose that option, there are some letters I will write in cursive as a capital and I'll print the rest off. Or, like, I have
mine mixed together too.
Yes, I can mix it together because I have that option and that ability. Kids don't learn. I think that's crazy.
Yeah, because I had noticed, like, for my son's birthday, my best friend had got him a card, and I'm like, read it. What did it say? He said, I can't. I'm like, you know how to read? He like, it's in cursive. I said, you didn't learn it. I'm like, I forgot, because at one point in time, he had a teacher when he was in 4th grade, that the teacher was breaking the rules and teaching them how to write in cursive. He ended up getting in trouble for it, though, which that teacher taught my son some stuff, because my son struggles in reading, but that teacher got him to a level where he needed to be.
And shout out to teachers that do that.
Yes,
because that's a needed thing.
And not only that, it's some of these teachers out here that actually give a damn about our kids. Absolutely. It is. But speaking of that, you also have to teach. I get there's a whole different, age group of people that's raising their kids. Y'all also have to teach our kids to be respectful to these teachers and adults, because they bust their ass.
It is not a teacher's job to raise your child because they're gone for 8 hours. Mm-mm. It is their job to teach your child how to get through their grade and move on through life. It is not my job to raise your child. I'm not just saying me either. I'm just speaking in general. I don't want you to send your kid to me for 8 hours a day and then be confused as to why they don't listen to you at home. They only listen to me at school. Because I've had parents be like, well, they don't really listen to me at home. And I'm confused as to why, because we don't got that problem over here.
No, for real. Seriously. Yeah, because, and not only that, y'all done seen these videos where some of these kids done swung on a teacher and they did X, Y, and Z. And the first thing I want to do is, what did the teacher do? Sometimes it be y'all kids.
Sometimes.
Baby, y'all kids are so disrespectful. I wish my child would. Her head would be between the washer and dryer. I ain't got to worry about my son because he laid back. But my daughter, I ain't gonna lie, she got her mouth sometimes, and I be wanting to knock her block off. But y'all kids be so disrespectful, and it do be some of these other kids that just be looking at y'all kids like, I'm happy I'm not raised like that. But it's also some of y'all parents that be coming up to schools wilding out, not knowing the whole story.
Whoa, chill.
Not knowing the whole story.
And that's why I be like, who made us the adults? Because I very much am still childish sometimes. Like, my wallpaper right now is Powerpuff Girls. Judge me how you want to. But I am very childish sometimes. So when I get put in them but I know how to separate mine. I know how to be childish with my family and my friends, and I know how to be business in public. What I'm not about to do is let you go out in public with me and you act a fool. Because when we get home, we about to have a conversation about it. Because that's, you
when we get home, baby, I'm knocking your head off in public.
See, I'm not knocking anybody's head off because I'm a business reporter.
Listen, so am I. But my kid act up in public, you're going to get disciplined right there, because if you wait till we get home, then they ain't going to know what
you got to be careful, though, because this generation is a CPS cop.
Baby, give me that 30 days because I need a vacation. Go ahead and take it for 30 days. They don't wish they didn't come.
Don't get me wrong. There's a difference between whooping your child and beating your child or disciplining your child and mistreating your child. Those are totally different things. But some things that happen to kids now, we wasn't getting in trouble for that back then. That was normal discipline. Yeah. Like, if you tell me to go get a switch off the tree, I'm gonna go get my switch and I'm gonna take this whooping. But nowadays, she told you to get a what? We're gonna let so-and-so's mother told her to get a switch, and then now everybody in my business.
Yeah. Or and she took the phone from her kid for no reason. Sally Mae fucking business. But you get dealt with too.
Yes, and I just seen a TikTok about, and I don't know, but it's a movie, but I don't know the movie. This lady has a son, but she's dark skinned, and her son is very fair skinned. Mm-hmm. And because his father is of Caucasian descent. And so she's out in public, and the lady is on her phone with the baby, starts coughing, and she's like, "Oh, the lady next to her, do you wish mommy would get on her phone and pay you some attention?" And she's like, "He's fine." And so, or she was like, "Do you wish somebody would get the phone so they could pay you attention?" She didn't say mommy, because she's assuming that this fair-skinned child is not this dark-skinned lady. So she probably she's a babysitter or a nanny. And so she's like, and because it's cold, you should give me some Tylenol when he gets home to prevent a fever. And she's like, that's not how Tylenol works. And so she She say something else, and the lady makes a joke like, well, let me get out of here before I think I'm kidnapping you or something. And the lady's like, well, you're not even with that baby. How you know she's raping? Like, they call the police, and then the police, and I went to go find, like, part 2, 3, and 4, and then, like, because I wanted to see. And, like, people really act like that, though.
Mm-hmm.
People really act like that, and that I don't want to say it triggers me, but it does.
It triggers me.
Because you don't know, like, you just have no idea. Like, one of my kids that with me all the time, she's a Caucasian kid. So I be like, we were in public. You better stop trying to call the police on me. I have a grown black lady with this white kid.
Listen, that's just like the other day. You know, I took one of our kids, you know, I took her for the day, you know, just to get her out the house. You know, because remember she had
it's the same kid.
Remember she said she was going through something, so I took her out, and she was like, they gonna think you kidnapped me. I said, they probably is. I said, let them think whatever they want to think. I said, but you keep messing with me, I'm gonna tell them that you held me hostage. She was like, you do that? I said, yes.
Really, like, if I take the kids for a walk in the neighborhood, and it's out, and of course my class is, because I work in a predominantly white area, of course my class is white, and they just see this black lady, this big black lady with a bunch of little white kids, and they be looking at me like,
do they really think you black?
Yes, people stare me down.
If you said, do they think
I'm
you
in
black?
Oakwood.
Okay.
They know. They know. They know. Like, they know. Especially that my hair like this. They know. Like, that is, she's not one of us. She's not our kind. What are you doing out here? Like, that's exactly what I did. Like, they gonna stare at me and just be looking like, I hate it here, man.
What? I had to put it up
I
there.
hate it here. But we love y'all.
Like, share, subscribe, comment, and again, if you guys have a topic that y'all want us to discuss, if y'all got a story on the side, email us, anything.
We like to start doing a little anonymous stories so that we can talk about it on here for y'all so everybody can see. We love a little of that. Give us a little, what's that call they used to have?
What call?
The one where they used to give advice. Ask Nancy or somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We
don't got a Nancy, but you can ask me.
I'm going to go online and check up some Am I the Asshole stories, too.
Amen. Reddit have a lot of them.
Yes.
But go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the above, and check the link below for these black-owned businesses that we got on here.
Yeah, that much.